should be back now. So, hello and welcome back to some more Minecraft Super Golden Age episode. My brain farted there. Episode 1093. Hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe. Last episode, well, we have been hard at work, I tell you. And that is that we've been expanding the docks and we took down the old bridge last episode. The bridge that stood for 3 years. And 1 renovation to it. We've actually been trying to work on this bridge here to see how it will work and how it will look. I'm not 100%. Sorry, my brain farted there while I was trying to think. I'm not 100% sure on how it's going to function. We do have to make sure that you're able to sail through it, at least. So I could do something like this. I should really work on fixing a lot of this underwater area, if I'm being honest. It's a little bit crowded in certain bits, if I'm being honest. Wait. Oh, thank you for the follow, Emily Willis. Hopefully you're doing well today. I think that does actually get us to our goal of 340 on the Twitch side. That'd be 340 followers. Not bad, I tell you, not bad at all. We've actually gained, quite a lot, I'm surprised on how fast it's actually moving, because we were at 310 like 2 months ago and just jumped up in 30 people in the last little while. It's very surprising that, to be honest. I do also have to work on that, the pop-up, I tell you. I've been meaning to add the new pop-up animation for it. But I tell you, every time I do go to fix it, it always ends up problematic. That's what it will be. Problematic for me. I just keep running into wall after wall issue. Why am I working on the bottom of the water now? I kind of just started talking and then I ended up just working on the bottom of the water. I can actually make it a little bit better, to be honest. This is not singy. I'm about to run out of oxygen. And I'm also out of food. So let me go and eat. And then we'll head back to the water. There we go. Let us head on back under. And we'll get to work. So we'll get that out here, that. Basically remove all the stone that I cannot break normally. The coal I can leave, to be honest. I do not really need to break the coal. I've broken that much coal in the series that I have plenty of it now. I don't need to break anymore. Okay, I won't break it. I won't break it. The thought did come to my mind, I must break it, I must break it. But no, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I must have, restraint to breaking the coal. Luckily there's no goats underwater that will eat my dirt, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's actually looking quite nice, if I'm being honest. Look at that. Look at that. That is looking wonderful. Alright. Sorry, a burp started forming in my throat there and it was just, it was so annoying. Luckily it was not sore. Luckily. I'm being honest there. Luckily. This has actually turned out to line up properly with the river, actually. Apart from this little one bit that goes out here, this is lined up tremendously compared to previous ones. I am actually going to have to grab some more. Spruce out the backpack. And there we go. Place that there. Yeah, that's actually looking quite nice. It may actually go a little bit higher. I could actually, make it go up a little bit higher. But I think I will probably leave doing this bridge for a little while because we do actually have to get started on building the next house. and also trying to build the proper support over here on the left. You know, you leave something for the end, and it always, you know, bites you in the butt. Alright. Let me get started on doing some of the path in here, and then we'll work on kind of just rounding out this little bit here to make it look a little bit nicer. I might actually bring this out by 1 block. Sorry, I just noticed this one bit here. Get out of here, fish. Fish, go! Thank you. No, up. There we go. Is there a zombie in that? I think there might be a zombie underground, or it's in that little bit there. I can't tell. It's either in one of those 2 spots. But this should allow this bit to look a little bit more, you know, walkable. Yeah, that looks tremendously better compared to before. I do actually need to work on doing the stairs here. And the stairs will be here. That's where we're building the stairs. So I do need to work on those very soon. Oh, hello there, Emily Willis. Hey, hope you're doing well. I am doing alright so far. We're currently working on doing some dockyards over here. That's actually going quite well so far, if I'm being honest. Alright. Let us get working on this. What could we talk about? That's something that we could talk about, I tell you. That is something that we could talk about. So, recently, you know, I've been at the art grind again, you know. And I do need to find a new art app, I tell you, that is actually good. Because I tell you, a lot of the art apps that I keep getting recommended, like, it's people that have used them ages ago, but the problem is with them is that they change over time, and a lot of them have adopted, oh, you have to pay a subscription, you know, $100 a year, and that kind of just sucks, I tell you, if I'm being honest. I should really get, oh, hello there, Invis, E-ow-oo. Hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. But we need to find a new art app, and I plan on doing I think, you know, we might get on the grind of doing a bunch of chibis live. I plan on doing a bunch of chibis live. It's been a little while, and I want to do, you know, art, you know, we could do an art challenge if we wanted to. Would you just want to do an art challenge? Or want me to do an art challenge? Let me know. That could be a fun idea. Doing 100 chibi for a year. By the way, I do custom graphics for streamers. I'm not really interested, I tell you. That's what I will say. I'm pretty comfortable with what I have, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Let's see. Let's get this all rounded out now, if I'm being honest. It is looking not that bad, I would say. We just need to get, what do you call it, this all fixed up before we do the next house over here. Alright, so let us get to that. And let's break this, break that. We're trying to make it look more walkable, if I'm being honest about it. I think, yeah. But back to that, what do you call it, art challenge thing. I was thinking about doing the chibi one. That's doing it, you know, 100 chibi in, you know, a year. Oh, wait, put in the wrong backpack. Sorry, my brain was just, you know, farting there, to be honest. Where is my thingy backpack? There it is. Alright, let me put that in there. I'll put the sand in there as well, because I have no backpack for sand now. But, there we go. Grab all of that. I do plan on doing, what do you call it, 100 chibis. I think we're pretty much like, you know, 20 or 30 chibis in by now. All varying sizes, I'm pretty sure. But I really want to try out art alpaca. I was just reading what the was saying there. You know what? Fiverr, I've not seen in years, to be honest. I know Fiverr's gotten quite bad over the years, I'm being honest. I think VGen has to be like one of my favourites now. I should really, you know, see about... You know what, I'm thinking about building up the Ko-Fi soon. Planning on getting the Ko-Fi ready so that we can do, what do you call it, goals for the streams. So if you're on the Twitch side, I'm planning on doing, what do you call it, goals that you can help donate towards, that we can, what do you call it, purchase art for the channel. I think it'd be a quite fun idea. It's been something that I've been, you know, meaning to do for ages now. But I do really like the idea of, you know, use helping to contribute to the channel with like arts and all that. So that's my plan, I tell you, that's my plan, is to get the Ko-Fi set up. Keep double clicking, I tell you. I'm not double clicking, if I'm being honest, I'm not double clicking. There we go. Yeah, Fiverr has, you know, I'm very surprised on how bad Fiverr's gotten. I remember all like the big YouTubers used to go on there and commission like the weirdest things. But to be honest, you know, they were really paying a lot of people, you know, for their work when they were doing that. Not many people still do the Fiverr thing, but you know, I already said that I'm not interested. Let's see. Let's see. Is that looking nice? I think it is, you know, not looking too bad, I would say. Oop, I'm a little bit in the bush there. Give me a second, I'm trying to look at this to make sure. It's actually not looking too bad. I think if we work on making a little bit that goes up here... Oh, I just broke the bush. There's not many tall grasses left in my series, if I'm being honest. So let me pull out the idea that I had. Wait 1 second. Oops, I've just went all the way back to the beginning. Wait 1 second. Yeah, I can just delete all that. And let's see. Yeah, that can go. Sorry, just deleting the unnecessary stuff to now. Let's see. Let me get rid of that bot. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I can just get rid of all of that. And that. And I can get all of this gone. Sorry, it's taking a second to get there, I tell you. If I'm being honest, it's taking me a second to get to the piece. And... piece of inspiration. There we go. So, this bit here... I think I might actually work with the andesite, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, I think I can fit in more andesite here. I actually have plenty of andesite. But I think if we work with the andesite, we can later change the andesite a little bit. I might actually make it look a little bit more like it's, you know, dripped down. Like, you know, how dripstone caves form. It forms that little bit at the bottom. And let's see. I think I can just do I'm pretty sure. It's looking way too bright, I'm being honest with you. But, to be honest, it is going to be something that I will change. Need to go to the seed backpack. I'm working with the grassy area, I tell you, so the amount of, like, you know, seeds I'm getting now is, you know, absolutely terrible. Alright, let me shove that in the backpack the now. I think I might actually work the stone brick instead. If I'm being honest, it kind of works out a little bit better for us if I do the stone brick. There we go. There we go. Not too bad at all. Alright. So, let us go and break all of that. Oh yeah, I realized in this. I forgot that you were, what you call it, VIP. I forgot you were VIP. No, you've been following for over 2 years now in this. Does not feel like that, I tell you. Does not feel like that. It does not feel like that at all. Feels like yesterday, you know. Let's see. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Feels like yesterday, I think it was, yeah, wasn't it that small person's server? I can't remember, it's been for ages, I tell you. The one that was kind of a bit, you know, how would you describe it? How would you describe it? Like, I remember one of my friends telling me that they were watching a stream. It's a long time ago now, but they were watching their stream. Feels like less due to lack of VC. True. But it feels like what do you call it? Oh wait, what was I saying? Ah yeah. But I remember them saying like, you know, oh, they were really power hungry, and it, you know, I feel like they really were. Like, you could not do something or it would, you know, offend them. Oh, hello there, Carrie. Hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. We're currently working on this little bit here to now for our Vox town. It's actually turning out quite nice so far. I'm actually very thingy about the stone now. I think I might actually do something like we did with our other bit, and that is to, what do you call it, do like stairs and all that at the bottom. I think that would make it look a little bit nicer. With the grey, you know, stone, I think the only thing that we can do, she got married to kill Troy. Yeah, what was it? I remember, it was another friend that told me, didn't get pregnant or something recently? They're having like their first kid or something. You know, it's crazy how, you know, the timeline goes, I tell you. You know, I'm glad that they're having a happier life now, I tell you. Because that server was, you know, quite toxic, if I'm being honest. Quite toxic. But I'm glad that they are doing a lot better. Mini versions of themselves, yes. They're making mini memes. Oh yeah, thank you for the follow, Munchy Girl. You know, I still can't believe that we got to our 340 goal today. That was very surprising, I tell you. Very surprising. I was not expecting to get to our 340 goal today. I tell you, in the last like 3 months, we have skyrocketed in follows on Twitch for some reason. I don't understand why. People just like, you know, me doing Minecraft or, you know, other games, but terribly. I mean terribly. Alright, let me go and do all this here. I might actually make some of this a little bit dirty on top. Let's see. Downloading the game, by the way, I forgot I have all the DPC DLC. Yeah. I totally forgot about the DLC for that game. I never got it for the PC version, but I was tempted to play the Mars one, just because it seemed pretty cool. But I tell you, the DLCs were quite chaotic, if I'm being honest. Were quite chaotic. I think my favourite thing about the DLC was actually the weaponry that they had, because I'm pretty sure they added a few unique weaponry. For the space one, it was like a laser gun, and for the, what do you call it? Oh, now I'm getting Blood Dragon vibes. I really miss Blood Dragon. They should really make another Blood Dragon. The whole server was just practice. Modern beta 1.6.7 is doing great. Yeah, I've noticed that, you know. Caroltroid, yeah. Caroltroid, you know, they're doing, like, you know, great work, I tell you. There we go. They're doing some great work. Like, they're not too bad, you know, with their, you know, stuff that they're doing. It was just that first server, I remember them talking about their second server. That second server really flopped, I tell you. Really flopped. I don't know how much money is spent on it. I think maybe they did not spend on it, anything on it. But that first server, well, the remaster of that server, that really flopped. I was very surprised on how, you know, fast that flopped. But modern beta, you know, I've actually heard a bunch of, like, big YouTubers talking about it. And it makes me think, you know, I really wish that there was a Minecraft alpha server. I really miss the good old Minecraft alpha servers. It felt like a Wild West compared to beta, if I'm being honest. No beds. No beds? I'm just thinking back to that episode that we did on the Herobrine seed. I actually really do want to revisit that seed, because I forgot to say in the video it was a Herobrine seed for ages. But we tried out the Herobrine seed and that was a great time. That was a great time. This is actually looking quite nice, if I'm being honest. This is really looking quite nice. We just need to fit in this other build here. I'm actually deciding, do I abandon the jungle wood and go for spruce logs? Because I feel like I need something brighter. I really like the jungle wood, if I'm being honest. It's bright, it's nice, but I feel like there's, you know, other woods out there that could be nicer. Oak is just too brown, if I'm being honest. It's too dark. Like, if we look over here, it's just too dark with light in the middle. It just does not contrast well. Spruce is not a bad choice because it's light. It's basically the same as oak here, but it's, you know, it's done better, if I'm being honest. It's done better. What else could we talk about? What else could we talk about? I was trying to figure out the other thing that I was going to talk about earlier. There's something about modern beta. Oh, you know what I hate about modern beta? Is the long wait times. You know, the amount of players that are playing that now is like, oh, it's terrible now. It is really terrible. Can't believe how many people are on it all the time. Like, you could go for, like, you know, the non-times, and bang, you're still not getting in. Feels like, you know, trying to get into 2B2T with how bad it gets. There we go. And yeah, I could just carve around here. Just carve around here and we'll just, you know, move on from that. Let's see. What can we talk about? Also, Carrie, if you're still here, let me know how far it's on the download now. Just so I know how far it's downloaded. What day is it today? It is Saturday. I also should really double check I have it fully installed as well. Make sure there's no, like, you know, Ubisoft update. I tell you, the one thing that I hate about Ubisoft is Ubisoft, what do you call it, thingy, the software, the launcher thingy. I really hate it. Origin, you know, there's a lot of stuff I could do about Origin, I tell you, and that's how much I hate it. Origin sucks. I'm being honest, Origin sucks. Like, I really wish Origin did not suck as bad as it did, but it does. Origin is just an ancient beast that should have been really overhauled a long time ago. Especially that you have to play The Sims through Origin. I've got to do a Sims series actually on the channel, but the problem is Origin. Origin was such a hassle to deal with that I just gave up with it. I just gave up with it. I did use Origin for our Titanfall 2 series. We did do that. But, gives me a shiver down the spine, I tell you. I really hate Origin. It's just a really bad software now. Like, it's just aged too badly. It needs fixing, but the developers are not going to fix it. That's what I'm gonna say. Developers are not going to fix it. That's Enderman. Scared the life out of me there. I like hear heavy footsteps, and the one thing that I never, you know, clock onto is Enderman feet. I don't know why. It's just the one sound of like feet that I never clock onto is Enderman feet. It's just a obscure feet sound, if I'm being honest. I'll just break these two flowers, and I'll shove these in the backpack, the dirt that we're gathering, because we have so much dirt. Surprising how much dirt I'm getting from this. And let me just fill in that. And mine out all of that. Well, I promised I was not going to do this outside of the river today, but we are. Almost at the 30-minute mark, actually. Almost at the 30-minute mark. There we go. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's 1:23 already. Did not realize how long, you know, I'd been streaming for. Almost 2 hours now. Let's see. This is a really bad bank that I did here. Yeah. That's a really bad bank. The river bank here is just, it's not very good. I should have fixed this a long time ago, if I'm being honest. It looks like I tried to fix it a long time ago, but this is really not nice. The cobble, you know, is nice. I really have to work on my cobble skill. I wish I could pick someone's brain who's better at Minecraft for their cobblestone, you know, stuff. I actually know that there's a, what's called a mod that you can get. It's not really like a, yeah, it's basically like a UI mod, basically. And it's a mod that allows you to go and cycle through gradients of colours. So you could pick like certain colours, you know, that would go well together. And I really gotta have to look into that soon, I tell you. I don't know if I'll use it in this series, I tell you. We're kind of just being free-handed a lot of builds, I tell you. But I really have to work on my gradient at some point. Also, the water here has broken. I have to go and do this now to fix the water up above. Oh, I'm getting that munchy feeling, I tell you. You know when you get hungry and you get that, like, you know, it's like a warm feeling in your belly from like the hunger. That, I'm getting that the now. Feels terrible, I tell you. It feels terrible, like I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat now. I want to, you know, keep going, but then it also drains my energy when I'm streaming for some reason. It's like you're getting poise damage in Dark Souls, if I'm being honest. That comparison, you know, really made me chuckle. Wait 1 second. Alright, sorry, I had to clip that moment. Yeah, that's actually quite nice there, I would feel. That just returns the bank to looking a bit normal. I might actually make it go round this hill. Let me know, should I make it go round that way? Or we could also make it go round this way. Meaning that we could do river stuff. It's been a while since I last did a lot of river building, if I'm being honest. I stopped a bit, you know, there. I could have made it over, and, you know, it would have been perfect. You would all cheered. But no, I had to stop and I slid off the block. Alright. What time are we actually at? Because, oh, we just hit the 30-minute mark. Alright. We're at the end of this episode, so I'll be restarting if you're on the Twitch side, and if you're on the YouTube side, this is the end of today's episode. We've actually gotten quite a lot done, actually. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, make sure to go back to very important. I'm going to see things from probably CC's.